Welcome back to History Doc, your go-to channel for a journey through history. Our last episode took us into the heart of the war's early stages, setting the stage for today's exploration. In this episode, we're diving into the complexities of World War I's multiple fronts. We'll be navigating the tumultuous Eastern Front, witnessing the Ottoman Empire's entrance, and braving the Western Front's brutal battles. It's a journey through time filled with peril and power. Today, our AI-powered exploration takes us beyond borders and into the heart of conflict. Tannenberg, a turning point on the Eastern Front, and the Masurian Lakes battle, where strategies unfolded across vast landscapes. Let's begin with the Battle of Tannenberg, which took place in late August of 1914. This monumental battle saw the Russian Second Army completely encircled and defeated by the German Eighth Army. It was a significant blow to Russia's military prestige and morale, and it set the tone for the rest of the war on the Eastern Front. The German victory was largely due to their superior use of radio intercepts and their ability to decipher Russian codes. Just a few weeks later, the Battle of the Masurian Lakes saw the German Eighth Army once again victorious over the Russian First Army. The Russian forces were pushed back, suffering heavy losses, and this marked the beginning of a series of Russian retreats on the Eastern Front. These battles were not only significant in their immediate aftermath, but they also had long-term strategic implications. They marked a shift in momentum on the Eastern Front, with the Central Powers gaining the upper hand. Both battles demonstrated the value of modern military tactics and technologies, such as the use of railroads for rapid troop movement and the importance of signals intelligence. Two significant battles that shaped the war on the Eastern Front. Now we jump to the Middle East, where the Ottoman Empire joins the Central Powers, setting the stage for the Battle of Gallipoli. This historic event marks a significant shift in the dynamics of World War I. The Ottoman Empire, a powerful entity stretching across 3 continents, had its own reasons for entering the war. Its alliance with Germany and Austria-Hungary was strategic, aimed at protecting its territories against potential Russian ambitions. This move, however, brought the war to a new theater, the Middle East. The Battle of Gallipoli is an iconic representation of the Ottoman Empire's involvement in the war. Here, the Allied forces, primarily from Britain and France, aimed to secure a sea route to their Russian allies. But the Ottomans, led by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the future founder of modern Turkey, put up a fierce resistance, leading to a costly stalemate for both sides. The entrance of the Ottoman Empire brought a new dimension to the war. But that's not all. We're back in the thick of it on the Western Front. Battle of the Marne, Battle of Ypres, the relentless trench warfare. The Western Front, a theater of war stretching from the English Channel to the Swiss frontier, was a formidable arena. This was where the Allies, primarily France, Britain and the United States, clashed headlong with the Central Powers, particularly Germany. The Battle of the Marne, fought in September 1914, was a turning point. The German forces had been advancing rapidly into France, but the combined efforts of the French and British armies halted their advance. This battle marked the beginning of trench warfare, a grueling and brutal style of fighting that would characterize the Western Front for the remainder of the war. The Battle of Ypres, taking place later that same year, was another significant conflict on the Western Front. Here, the German forces attempted to break through the Allied lines and capture the important town of Ypres in Belgium. Despite heavy losses, the Allies managed to hold their ground. Both of these battles were characterized by their brutality and the staggering number of casualties. They also marked the beginning of a static war of attrition, characterized by trench warfare, where neither side was able to make significant advances for many years. The Western Front saw some of the most brutal battles of the war. Scene script. Episode 4 unveils the horrors of new weapons. With the dawn of the 20th century, warfare was revolutionized. It was no longer a matter of swords and horses. Instead, the battlefield buzzed with the sound of machine guns and the roar of artillery. The most terrifying innovation, however, was the introduction of chemical warfare. Soldiers in the trenches lived in constant fear of a deadly gas attack. Now let's cast a spotlight on the Battle of the Somme, a battle marked by the debut of a new player on the battlefield, the tank. This mechanical beast, though slow and unwieldy, could cross trenches and barbed wire, providing cover for advancing infantry. It was a game changer, but also a grim reminder of the destructive power of technology. Innovation and horror came hand in hand on the battlefield. The war was not only about gaining territory, but also a race for technological superiority. New weapons brought new horrors, forever changing the face of warfare. Beyond the battlefield, we touch on the home fronts, the impact on civilians, war propaganda, and the economic and social changes spurred by the conflict. In this episode, we've journeyed across multiple fronts, from the Eastern Front's turning points at Tannenberg and the Masurian Lakes to the Ottoman Empire's entrance and the consequential Battle of Gallipoli. We've delved into the Western Front's grueling battles, the Battle of the Marne and the Battle of Ypres, shedding light on the relentless trench warfare. We also introduced the horrors of new weapons, rooted in the stark reality of deadly gas attacks and the chilling Battle of the Somme. And not to forget, the war's influence wasn't limited to the trenches. It seeped into homes, as we've seen, in the economic and social changes it spurred. But the narrative of World War I is far from over. In our next episode, we'll delve deeper into the theme of new weapons, new horrors. We'll explore how advancements in technology gave rise to weapons of mass destruction and forever changed the face of warfare. So, are you ready to uncover more secrets of the past? Join us in the next episode, New Weapons, New Horrors. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and keep the historical exploration alive. I'm Abdullah, signing off for History Doc.